Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. I'm Alice Green. I was going to say Happy International Women's Day, but there's nothing happy about it. We are still being exploited. We are still being silenced. Our rights are regressing, not progressing. Equality doesn't exist in 2024. Everything that our ancestors fought for is being basically scrubbed away. And there is a massive male movement, and it's time that we actually took a step back. Again, basic biology, what makes us different versus then the actions that we take in order for survival. And that's what it is. It's not feminism. It's not like, oh, I need someone to look after me because I'm a second class citizen. Fuck off. Basically, this idea that women don't get paid the same, that we are always being beaten up because we don't have the strength to fight, or that we need someone to protect us. It's a load of bullshit. And again, going into this, oh, women were raped on October 7th. Well, guess what? Women are raped every single day on our doorsteps, and no one's doing anything about it. They are being released from prison with a slap on the wrists, don't do it again. And that's really gonna, make sure that women are protected moving forward. Our sacred spaces, our sports, everything is being male dominated, and this needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. And the only way to do that is by empowering ourselves individually, both masculine and feminine, about self-sufficiency and survival. So this video, now that I've moaned about the not so happy circumstances that we're in, I don't just moan about things, I actually identify and rectify. Now, going back, food, fashion, humor, and music are the four things that will unite us globally. It drops all the bullshit between I'm a male, you're a female. We all need to eat, we all need to dress, we all like to laugh, and music is not specific to male or female. And this is where we really need to start looking at our resources. And this is, what makes a successful business? They have a plan, they have targets, they have goals. And this is what people need to start realizing is you could be successful in your job, but it is just a job. Let's look at our personal lives and how we're going to become self-sufficient and I'd like to call my life a business, but the reason I am able to live the way I live is not because I've got some superpowers. I'm just very resourceful, and I'm very smart about the way I approach my life. And it's not just, oh, I don't need a man to look after me. Actually, I'm not codependent. I'm not interested in, oh, you'll do because you're going to fund me and you're going to buy me this and you're going to buy me that. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, self-sufficiency is about being able to look after yourself, being able to protect yourself, being able to build what you need to build. And it's not about me being a male or a female. Business is globally for both. It's not sex defined. It's about how smart you are. And I was thinking about this because there's a lot of people that are very successful in their jobs, but then when it comes to their everyday lives, they don't know how to manage themselves. And it's very important that we set ourselves goals. Without a goal, how are you actually going to go and aim towards something? I might have a goal and I'll work until I've done my goal, and that's it. I can relax, but at the end of the day, if you don't have targets, if you don't have anything to measure anything against, then how are you actually going to succeed? And as women, we have been pushed and pushed and pushed, and oh, here's some candy, oh, we're going to celebrate you, while we take away your rights left, right, and center. It is 2024. I feel like it's 1924, where actually the suffragettes and everybody that fought for women's rights were one step ahead of us. And, just give them free Wi-Fi or buy them a drink and they'll be fine. No, not anymore. What we need to do is start putting some clearly defined boundaries in place. And it is about boundaries. Again, I've got twin 5-year-olds, and if I didn't apply boundaries, they would be little shits. But they're not. They're really well behaved. They understand the difference between, where I can go crazy or where I need to just, focus my energies. And it's about how we raise the future generations. And again, it's parenting isn't just subjected to women, although we are the ones who do most of it. It is both parents, co-parenting, understanding the needs of the child and not using children as a mechanism to control the other person. And that's ultimately what all of this is about. It's about control. And if you can't control someone, the best way to do it is by instilling fear. It's by taking away, imprisoning them, suffocating them, so they just keep their mouths shut. Well, those days are over, because we're not going to sit here in silence anymore. We've seen 28,000 women and children being blown apart, while our governments are like, oh, don't do that. Oh, and now they're starving to death. Oh, don't do that. Women aren't going to school in certain countries. But then men want to claim that they're women while they've still got their bits attached. Now, why does that man now have more rights than me? And I'm going to, filling out job applications and all of this PC, what do they call it? Equality and diversity. So in order for me to get a job, I now need to fit into the transgender box, or I'm a lesbian box, or why is sexuality and even your gender means to getting a job? It's ridiculous. So people are getting jobs because they tick a box, not because they've actually got half a brain. Because I'm heterosexual female, I will get bypassed instantly, because people want the new trends, but guess what? These new trends aren't actually servicing society. They are not helping bridge equality. You want to cry to me about human rights? That you have a right to enter my spaces, that you have a right to play sports against other women? It's nonsense. You have no rights. It's a right for people to have food, but that's being blown up. It's a right for kids to go get an education, but 4 million of them live in poverty in this country. Let's get a grip on reality. Let's start being smart in the way that we approach equality and diversity, because it's not because I'm a female and I should be celebrated on one day of the year. Equality, it's 2024. I cannot stress this enough. How we need to drop the bullshit, realize actually toxic masculinity and toxic femininity are aligned, because it's not just men, it's women. And to find people that are actually on the right level going, hey, it doesn't matter, actually it's your brain. It's about how hard you work. It's about how you produce results. And I can produce results quite effortlessly, but that's because I plan. I look at things from a different perspective. I'm not like, me. How can I hurt you to control you? It's time to stop trying to control each other. You master you, I master me. Together we form a society. And this is where fashion needs to change, because you're not a woman if you wear a skirt. You're not a woman if you wear makeup. It's biology that makes you a woman. It's not how you dress. I could dress like a man, and today I thought I'd put on some my little pretty hearts to try and convince you all to, the rainbow is not subjected to a sexuality. It is for everybody to enjoy, and we need to drop all of this diversity and inclusion bullshit and actually start being diverse and inclusive. And that's not by filling out pretty little tick box forms, or me, who now needs to become a professional lesbian in order to get a job. Bullshit. And okay, I say that, but it's not actually going to happen. I'm too honest, and that is my problem. Honesty doesn't actually get you anywhere, but truth equals trust equals true. That is the compass that guides you. So we need to drop the bullshit. United we stand, divided we fall. You need both wings to fly. So I'm trying to fly with one wing. I'm never going to get off the ground. The masculine and the feminine united. And this is how I would really like people to start looking at this year as an opportunity to identify and rectify, because all we're doing is not progression, it's regression, and if we're being progressive, people are actually being aggressive. Yes, I love my buzzwords, but that's the only way. Language is our key and our tool that we should be using to not hate each other anymore, but actually appreciate who we are, where we came from, and the billions of years of evolution inside of us. So I'm going to leave you there. Please like, share, and get the message out there.